Hey guys, what's going on? Paul here. Welcome back to another Cardano video. So got some panicked messages this morning from people wondering, can their ADA be frozen? Can they be blocked from accessing their ADA? Now your ADA cannot be frozen once you hold it in a wallet that you control. You could potentially be blocked from certain wallet providers, but once you have your seed phrase, then it doesn't really matter. And I'm going to get into that in this video. This is all coming from the MetaMask stories yesterday, where users in Venezuela were blocked from using MetaMask, which meant a lot of them were blocked from accessing their crypto. So they didn't mean to block Venezuela though, they meant to block someone else. But even that is the core of this, and how once there is a centralized entity involved in the wallet provider, then this is always going to be an issue. So we'll get into that. I also have a giveaway, which I will get into at the end of this video. Cheeky Crypto have given me something to give away, so I'll give you the details on how to enter that at the end. If you think others can benefit from this, please do share it out. Like, comment, and let's jump into it. Okay, so stories like this that have got people a little bit scared about what's going on. And Ethereum's infra cuts off users to separatist areas in Ukraine, accidentally blocks Venezuela. Now, yesterday the headlines were all about Venezuela. When it came out then it was an accident, the headlines changed and the articles. But you can see here, infra says it accidentally changed its settings too broadly after Venezuelans complained of being blocked. So they didn't mean to do it, but that is the core of it. Now, why infra cannot serve certain areas? By default, MetaMask accesses the blockchain via infra, which is unavailable in certain jurisdictions due to legal compliance. So MetaMask is a front-end client. MetaMask is a lightweight wallet, like we have lots of them within ADA, and I will talk about them in a minute, or within Cardano. So when you use MetaMask, it's the front end, but the connection to the blockchain goes through infra. Now, there is settings when you get into the advanced side where you can set up a different endpoint, but 99.999% of people use the default infra setting. So because infra are a centralized entity, then they do have to comply with certain sanctions and everything that's going on in the world. So whether they personally agree or disagree with what's going on in certain areas, if the laws are put in there, then they have to comply with them. Now, within cryptocurrency, one of the founding parts of it is decentralization, that people have a choice, that no one entity should be able to say, yes, you can use it or you can't use it. And look, whatever we personally think of some of the conflicts that's going on, we shouldn't be the ones, or there should be no one entity that decides who can use it and who can't, because there is always people on both sides of conflicts that need it and do not want to be involved in the conflict, but are just forced into it. So you need to be able to provide infrastructure to everyone. So when you get into this then, within Cardano, we have something similar, not exactly the same. We're lucky enough to have multiple different wallet providers within Cardano. When you look at Ethereum, MetaMask is basically the main one that's there. There are some smaller ones, but MetaMask is the one that the majority of people use. Within Cardano, I'm using Poolpeak here as the example because they've integrated a lot of the wallets lately. You have Nami, Flint, CC Vault, Typhoon, Giro. There's also Yoroi, and there is actually other ones as well. I need to do a full video on them fairly soon. I have recorded one on CC Vault, which should come out over the weekend, which is a complete deep dive into all of the features there. But these are all lightweight wallets. So like MetaMask, these are the front end that allow you to use them as how you look at the funds that you have on the blockchain. So the connection then to the blockchain comes from an API provider. So a lot of wallets use Blockfrost. I'm not sure actually if they all use Blockfrost or if there's other entities out there as well. So Blockfrost is the API provider that lets people get access to the chain. Now, there are other API providers coming up on Cardano as well, so it's great to see multiple options out there. Even within Nami, if I go into, where's Nami? If you go into Nami here, in the settings, you have the option to put a custom node as well. So this is how you submit transactions to the network. I'm not fully sure if Nami was told they needed to block certain areas or that, if the custom node would allow anyone in any area to still use the blockchain. I do need to dig a little deeper into that. But even if every single lightweight wallet was closed down, I don't think that's ever going to be possible. You always have what a lot of us give out about from time to time is Daedalus. Now, Daedalus has improved a bit in speed. The latest update that went out yesterday is a bit faster. But the big difference with Daedalus versus MetaMask or any of the other lightweight wallets is that with Daedalus, it's a full node wallet. So that means that when you set up Daedalus, you are connecting directly into the Cardano blockchain. There's no third party. There's no one sitting in the middle of what's going on. So when you open this up, it updates the version of the chain it has, and then you can send and receive from here no matter what's going on, no matter what areas are blocked. Daedalus cannot block you from certain areas. So that is the difference of having a full node versus having a lightweight client. And within this as well, something that some people sometimes forget or don't understand is that the wallet provider you use is not where your funds sit. Your funds always sit on the blockchain, and your seed phrase is what allows you to access them funds or restore the wallet that sets up your private keys, and then that's how you interact with the coins that are on chain. So you could set up your wallet. If we look at all the providers, you could set up the exact same, we'll call it account just so it's different. You could have the exact same account in Nami, Flint, CC Vault, Typhoon, Giro, and Daedalus. And it would be the exact same account you can access at any stage. But when you send a transaction in one, it syncs across the rest of them, because all these things are doing is reading what's on the blockchain and reading what funds are attached to your seed phrase or to your private keys, which you access through your seed phrase. So you always remember that if one wallet provider shuts down, once you have your seed phrase, you can restore that exact same account anywhere else. And that is the security thing as well, is why you always need to keep your seed phrase safe, because if someone else gets access to that, they could also restore your wallet somewhere else as well. Now, there is another entity to this as well, and centralization, before someone in the comments starts saying it, is IOHK within Cardano. So Cardano's block production is very decentralized, the most decentralized out there, I think, at this point, with the amount of stake pools we have and what's going on the network. So IOHK is still a big driving force behind the development of Cardano. Now, I have seen this start to change over the last, I suppose, 6 to 12 months maybe, and they do consult the community, and even more so in this last 6 to 12 months, because now we're at the stage of a lot of different protocols building on top of Cardano. So now they're talking to them. Things like the DeFi Alliance are in direct contact to feedback what's needed, what should get priorities, and eventually we will go to full governance on Cardano, where every single change needs to be voted on by the community. So it won't just be one entity decides what they are. I know that when the changes are decided, it does have to be agreed and signed off by multiple entities, but IOHK are still a very big driving force behind that. So where we are in terms of the Cardano roadmap and development, so we got smart contracts, that was Goguen. Now we are in the Basho era. I would say we're still in both areas here. So we have got smart contracts, but there's improvements being built on them all the time. And most of these improvements overlap into scaling. And it's not like one stage fails and then we start the other one. Scaling has been worked on for well over a year now, and has always been in mind the scaling that will be there for Cardano. So it's not like one stage finishes and the next only starts there. And there's a big overlap here. So with smart contracts, they're doing a lot of optimizations now and improvements to make sure these smart contracts are fully efficient. So this helps the dApps building, also helps the chain and helps scalability, because more efficient smart contracts using less resources allows for faster transactions and better overall use of the blockchain. So once Basho is finished, governance will come into effect then, or we will move on to that stage. Governance, the plan and everything like that is being worked on all the time. But once we have full governance, once we have the Voltaire era finished on top of Cardano, that's when the community is in full control of Cardano. There will be no one entity or no group of entities that can actually control the chain or the development or what happens on top of it. It will come back down to the community to vote on everything that happens. And that's when we will have a completely decentralized system in every single aspect of how it works. So I hope this has helped. In terms of the giveaway then, for anyone who wants to enter into that, Cheeky Crypto have launched an NFT on Cardano called Cheekyverse. It's a bit different than some of the other ones you will see. By getting into this, what happens is you get priority access to NFT drops, private communities, access to a physical clothing brand, as well as in the metaverse. So if you buy the clothing in the real world, you can actually, it's all going to be encoded where you can tap your app and you get the exact same clothing drops in the metaverse as well. Other things as well, Whereas there's going to be meetups within the metaverse, and they are doing an airdrop once this sells out as well. So I have been given one of these to give away. Thanks very much to Chris and Nick. Hopefully I will have the guys on the channel again. They give a wider perspective on the cryptocurrency market. I have had them on here a few times. So look, leave a comment down below, include the word cheeky in the comment, and I will do I'll pick a random comment sometime next week. I won't put a date on it, but by the end of next week, we will pick the winner and I will send off the NFT to them. Thanks for watching, guys. I do appreciate it. Hope you got some value. Share it out if you did. Like the video, comment, and I will talk to you soon.